I think everybody feels stereotyped at some point in their life.
I don't know. I remember when I started to want to act, I just remember like an agent or something being like, oh, but you know, you should do the romantic comedy like model roles or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I remember being like, nah. But I guess it just hasn't turned out that way. So, screw you. But yeah, that was like an early on thing I experienced. But I don't know exactly. Like, I'm gonna hopefully. I don't know. I'll just do what I do.
A romantic comedy could be cool.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, he was like, you know, this is what you'll do. Like, you're a model. We'll make you do this. Yeah. It's just like,
Yeah.
Well, you know, the first two kind of roles in major studio films have been as playing a musician. So in that way, I guess I've been typecast, but I think it's fine because I haven't paid the dues that a lot of young actors have paid on the acting side. I paid them on the music side. And so it makes sense that I would get kind of eased into acting, playing roles that are pretty close to what I do in real life.
As soon as you do, you know, 2 period dramas back to back, then everyone thinks you only ever want to do period dramas. Or if you play you know, 2 wives or something, everyone thinks from then on you only want to play wife parts. And that's part of the challenge is constantly finding something new and keeping it original for yourself and surprising the audience.
Well, I think when I was starting, there was like a stigma about being from television, and I think because I had done a bunch of television as a kid, you know, it was difficult to sort of move on to film. It was the only thing on my resume, so you know they knew I was from television.
Yeah, when I first started, they would always refer to me as like a Lolita, and it drove me crazy because I was always like, you know, this sort of young girl in these sort of more grown-up movies, and I hated it so much. And then I think I like went against it, really against it, and then became known as being sort of this very like serious, like prudish kind of character. Yeah, and then I was just like, I can't be behaving or choosing my roles based on what other people think of me. I have to do what I'm creatively interested in. So.
I think it happens. I know for me, I can just say, coming from SNL, you know, when you have people as brilliant as, you know, Will Ferrell and, you know, John Belushi, Tina, you know, like Sandler, like Mike Myers, there's probably a stigma attached to, oh, you're going to become, you have the opportunity to become a comedy icon. That is very daunting to live up to, and I've chosen not to. Not great. Not great. No, not great. And it's all because I didn't want to. No, and so I think, you know, showing other sides of yourself is something that I think all of us, especially my generation of SNL, we're eager to share with people, and I think it shows even in the sketches that we did. That, you know, people like Kristen, Bill, and Fred and Forte, like it's you know, and Andy. It's a remarkable group of actors. So like more than just than just what we were asked to do on that show.
For me, I mean, early on, I was, you know, Princess Diaries. I love that movie, and I love being a part of it, and I love especially what it's come to mean for people. It was really tough at the beginning to shake that off. I feel like now. With Les Mis and my obvious love for that musical and musicals, I've been like stereotyped as like this like jazz handsy theater kid, and I don't deny that there is a part of me that is that, absolutely.
There's an 8 count in you. Yeah.
Give it to me hot, man. But so absolutely, that's so much a part of who I am, but it's not everything that I am. So I feel like right now, like that's a little bit what I'm dealing with.